Welcome back to Reviewsinsidetv, your go-to stop for no-fluff product insights. If your idea of baking bread is limited to flour flying around and dough stuck in your fingernails, today's machine might rewrite that story. We're talking about the EUHOMY 2L by Breadmaker, an automatic bread machine designed to simplify, personalize, and maybe even elevate your entire bread game. Whether you're new to baking or just tired of bland supermarket loaves, this one promises convenience with customization, plus a few surprising twists baked in. The EUHOMY Breadmaker brings a hefty lineup of 25 pre-programmed options, all designed to guide you through the baking process from start to finish. Kneading, rising, baking, all handled automatically. With settings for basics like multigrain and French bread to more adventurous picks like jam and yogurt, it's built to be more than a bread box. There's a fruit and nut dispenser, a yeast dispenser, and 3 crust shades to match your taste preferences. You can select from 3 loaf sizes, 1 pound, 1.5 pound, or 2 pound, which makes it suitable whether you're baking for yourself or the entire household. And for folks looking to cut gluten, it includes a gluten-free option that doesn't feel like an afterthought. But where this machine really speaks to user pain points is in the automation and control. From the digital panel to the delay timer and the keep warm function, it's structured for people who want fresh bread on their schedule without standing over it. It also boasts a 650-watt motor that promises even heating for consistent crust, and the noise level has been toned down to under 55 decibels. So yes, it's quiet enough not to wake the house during an early morning bake. So how does it actually hold up in a real kitchen? Setup was surprisingly straightforward. Out of the box, the labeled buttons and printed guide on the lid made it easy to follow. I tried 3 different bakes over a weekend: a standard white loaf, a gluten-free multigrain, and a cinnamon raisin with nuts. For the white loaf, the texture was golden and soft with a decent rise. The nut dispenser kicked in automatically midway through, distributing evenly without needing any manual intervention. The gluten-free loaf did well, although the crust was slightly denser than I'd prefer. The cinnamon raisin? That was the showstopper. The fruit and nut dispenser worked like a charm, and the crust held up without being overly crunchy. Cleanup was painless thanks to the Nonstick pan, which popped out with a twist and didn't need scrubbing. Just a warm rinse. Now, let's talk about what works and what doesn't. The build feels solid, sturdy plastic housing with a clear viewing window and a cool touch handle that doesn't make you flinch when you go in hot. It's intuitive enough for beginners, but customizable for those who want to get creative with their own recipes. On the downside, the interface, while functional, isn't the most modern looking. Also, while the manual is decent, the included recipe book could use clearer measurements. Some trial and error is inevitable for more complex loaves. Another small gripe: although the machine is relatively quiet, you'll still hear a few mechanical sounds during kneading. Nothing major, but worth noting if total silence matters to you. If you're enjoying the review so far, go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next honest breakdown. Whether you're shopping or just bread curious, you're in the right place. In terms of value, the EUHOMY machine usually lands in the mid-tier range, depending on sales, putting it up against well-known models like the Hamilton Beach 29885 or the Cuisinart CBK 110. Compared to those, EUHOMY stands out with its dual dispensers, broader menu selection, and more control over baking cycles. If you need high customization but don't want to pay the premium for pro-grade machines, this model finds a nice middle ground. The accessories like a measuring cup, spoon, and oven mitt are thoughtful inclusions and help justify the price a bit more. Compared to the Cuisinart CBK 110, which also has a 2-pound capacity and a compact footprint, EUHOMY wins out in noise reduction and having both yeast and fruit nut dispensers. The Hamilton Beach model might be a bit more beginner-friendly with a slightly more intuitive interface, but it lacks the advanced customization that bakers might want once they get more confident. In short, the EUHOMY balances versatility and control better than most in this segment. The materials themselves are what you'd expect at this price: durable plastic exterior, non-stick aluminum baking pan, and a clear viewing window. It doesn't scream luxury, but nothing feels cheap either. Based on the motor's wattage, dispenser quality, and past models from EUHOMY, it's fair to predict solid longevity for regular home use. The 1-year warranty adds some extra reassurance, though obviously long-term data from heavy use is still building. As for customer support, EUHOMY offers prompt email-based service, and most users report getting replies within 24 to 48 hours. That's not lightning fast, but it's responsive enough, and the brand does have a decent reputation for addressing product issues or sending replacement accessories. The inclusion of UL certification also adds a layer of trust in terms of electrical safety, which is always a concern with countertop appliances. So here's the bottom line. The EUHOMY 2LB Breadmaker won't replace an artisan bakery, but it does exactly what it claims: conveniently, quietly, and with more flexibility than you'd expect in this price range. It's a strong option for anyone who wants fresh, personalized bread without the mess or learning curve. Is it perfect? Not quite, but it's packed with features you'll actually use, and for beginners to intermediate bakers, that's more than enough. This machine is ideal for families or individuals who want a reliable, all-in-one solution for daily bread, doughs, and more, without the fuss. Thanks for sticking with me through this full review. If you're thinking of trying the EUHOMY Breadmaker yourself, the link's in the comments box. Drop your questions below, or let me know what kind of bread you'd try first. Banana walnut? Sourdough? Maybe even matcha? Until next time, keep your loaves golden and your reviews real. Right here on Reviews Inside TV.